Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes on this awesome May 23rd, 2022. Happy Monday to everybody out there. It is a beautiful Monday coming off of an epic weekend. I, of course, am the Brofict one, AJ, and today we are here to cover all things NFL, NBA, NHL playoffs, handicapping some games, and covering some news. Speaking of news, this just in, Kyler Murray not showing up to OTAs so far this offseason this week. Don't expect him to show up because he's still whining about his contract that isn't even due to be renewed until next season, but he still wants to try to get every single dollar he can. Now listen, from a business point of view, I get it, bro. I get it, Kyler, all right? I understand you want to get paid. You are a running quarterback. You're a smaller quarterback. You want to make sure you don't end up like Lamar, even though the Ravens have been trying to pay him for the last couple of years now. I get it, bro. I do. However, stop being a little kid about it, all right? You are only 3 years in this league. It's not like you're an OG. You haven't been around the block, all right? This isn't your second or third contract, bro. I'm not about it, dude. I don't like the way you're going about it. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do, Kyler. Let's just, if we start getting into mini camps and everything like that and he's not there, I'm going to start losing my shit because I don't think the Cardinals should pay him. I think we still need another season to see if he can go and to see if he can get a playoff victory. Don't get me wrong. Him, Kingsbury, and the boys have been getting a little bit better every single year. However, it doesnis matter if you can't win a playoff game. All right, and I say the same thing about every quarterback that I talk about. It doesn't matter unless he can win in the playoffs. Dak Prescott, he is won a game in the playoffs, but in my opinion, as of right now, Nick Foles is one of the better quarterbacks on the market. Well, not one of the better quarterbacks on the market as he just got picked up by the Indianapolis Colts. Bears seem to be paying most of that contract. I mean, shout out to Ryan Pace still being, a pain in the Bears side, even though you're gone. But yeah, the Bears are picking up most of that contract. Nick Foles talked last season about how he wanted to go there, especially since the Bears just had, absolutely no one on. They had everyone and their mom staffed as a QB last season, and, didn't turn out too well for him, did it? And that's why we have a new coach, a new GM, and hopefully a new start to this Bears organization because it's been fucking terrible to be a part of. Just not fun. Not really a lot of other news going on in the NBA. Oh, Browns re-sign Jadeveon Clowney to another one-year deal. Shout out. Looks like it's going to be last April. It looks like we're awaiting numbers still on the deal. Oh, sorry. One-year contract, maximum $11 million. After enjoying the best season of career. He has done these one-year contracts before. He's done them the last couple times he's signed. Don't get me wrong. Once Deshaun Watson entered the chat, the Browns were contenders, especially seeing that offensive core and that defense. That defense has been really strong. Jadeveon Clowney just going to continue to add to it. Is already going to be a very dangerous Browns team. And so, yeah. I guess let's move on to the association and everything because the NFL's got nothing else going on for it right now. And here we go. Let's talk Miami Heat, Celtics. Last night, of course, the Warriors took a 3-0 lead in the series, beating the Mavericks, despite Jordan Poole not playing the best game. But it's hard. The Mavs are going to try to pick one up tomorrow at home. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I don't see it happening. I don't. As much as I would like to extend this series, the way the Warriors have been playing, unless the refs really get involved in this series, I don't think the Mavs have a chance. So that leads the Warriors to playing one of these two teams here, Miami or the Celtics. Celtics have been this has been an interesting series. It's been a lot of fun to watch, but as far as, and I talked about this with Noah last night on the pod, if you haven't listened to our weekend update, go back and give it a listen. Noah and I kind of dive in deep to the weekend events and everything. The Heat, coming out on top, 109-103. They lead the series 2-1 right now, trying to take the lead on the road Celtics have been usually play well in their own barn. I don't know. I don't understand what happened in the last game. I might have to go back and watch the tape. But yeah, I mean, the Heat just kind of dominated the entire. There was only there was 2 quarters they didn't lead, but at that point it didn't matter. They were ahead by so much. Yeah, so it's going to be really just seeing how the Celtics can cool down the Heat, seeing if they can get that defense set and really put pressure on the Heat to drive the ball in or take those shots from the outside, make them uncomfortable, pass the ball around, and hope the Celtics can get it. Let's look at the numbers right now. Looks like the Celtics are going to be 7-point favorites at home. Opened up at 6.5, being bet up to 7 with some early line movement. Total at 206.5. Money line, that is absurd. That juice is absurd. Minus 301 on the Celtics, 237. Don't get me wrong, I think the Celtics are the better team here. But after the last performance, that's a rough one. Let's see where the money's going at this game. It's pretty even. 3-point difference between the money and the bets. It's not a big enough difference where I see a 40 to 43 where I'm like, oh shit, there's a lot of big money on this. You know, my last play was Heat team total over 101.5, and that hit. So let's go ahead and take a look at what team totals are, because I really don't know who's going to win anymore, especially when it comes to this Eastern Conference. I mean, it's really going to be I truly believe this series is going to end with whoever gets luckiest in Game 7. I don't even like those numbers. Jesus Christ. Heat over 99.5 for team total. And then you got 106.5 by the Celtics. And the juice is just nothing really to write home about. Race to 40, race to 20, those ones. What's the over at? 206.5. What's Butler's points? I'll take Jimmy Butler over 25.5 points because I really can't pick a side on this game. And I don't like where the team totals are at. I don't like where the total's at. I don't like anything about this game. This is a game where I would stay away from, but this is degenerate takes, and we bet the whole damn board, not because we have to, but because we damn as well might. And so I'll stick with Jimmy Butler over on his points, 25.5. If you can get it at 24, 23.5, I would slam it the hell out of it, but 25.5 is probably where you're going to see it at. Moving on now to what was in my opinion, a questionable scheduling decision. Panthers and the Lightning playing a back-to-back today. They played the first game at home for the Lightning on Sunday afternoon and now playing tonight. Weird scheduling. I really haven't seen anything like that in playoffs unless it's baseball. But hey, to each their own, I guess. It doesn't matter really. The Lightning are still a 1.5-point favorite, looking to sweep the series. Total at 6.5 goals. And yeah, the money's going to be firmly on the Lightning and everything. I can't agree more. Give me, what's the juice on the 1.5? Because, yeah, 125 on the money line, though. That's really not bad. A plus 190 on the 1.5. It's been a close-fought series. I'm going to take the 125. I'm going to take the money line. I'll take the chalk bet. I'll take the safe bet here. And then you guys are going to hate me because this is another chalky bet. I don't even want to look at the numbers. I do kind of want to look at the numbers, though, because the Blues fucked me the other night. Beat the Avalanche. I mean, it's a series now. Series tied 2-1. I mean, it's 2-1, right? Yeah, 2-1 Colorado leads. Blues are at home. I'm sticking with home ice advantage here. Give me the plus 1.5, and I'll sprinkle a little bit on the money line too. If they lose, it's going to be a close game. I don't think the Avalanche are going to blow them out because of the way they were playing at the Blues. You got elevation change and all that fun stuff from Colorado. Could affect them in that one game, but I think the 1.5 is probably the best bet on that docket, just because it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Now, since we're done there, let's go ahead and move to the diamond and see what's going on there today. Haven't really touched the diamond in a little bit. I've been focusing a lot on the playoffs. And, beginning of the season, haven't really liked some of the matchups, so I've just been passing on them. Diamondbacks, Royals, Diamondbacks money line. The Royals are the worst team in baseball right now. Who's on the hill? I guess we'll take a look at it. That's probably my only game I'll handicap today. Davies and Greinke. Greinke. He was so disappointing when he came to the D-backs. Jesus. I hope they rock him, but this could be a case where we're seeing a former D-backs pitcher come back and pitch excellent. Greinke yet to record a win, though, with a 3.48 ERA. Everyone, and even the pitch it and matchup predictors, giving the edge to Greinke just because of his past. I mean, and don't get me wrong, 2 losses, but that's with 44 innings pitch, 49 hits. Alrighty, what is the money line at? What's the points at? Only minus 115 on the money line. Wow, they're really putting a lot of respect solely on Greinke's name and a lot of disrespect on Davies. You want Davies to come out and have a good showing, but, just with his past and everything, it's just as likely that he either strikes out 5 or takes a nice Amber Heard on the mound, I'm going to rock with, I'm going to go full game money line because I don't trust Davies to go out of the first 5 and not allow a run. I don't trust that the D-backs will get a hit off Greinke. I trust that we will come back against their bullpen and strike because their bullpen has really not been performing that efficiently, has been going through a lot of pitches. And so especially if we can take out a couple of them early in the series and then go ahead and get a nice series win. Those are probably my only picks on the day. 4-leg parlay, if you take them all, is at plus 932. Not a bad price for a nice little 4-teamer with honestly a lot of favorites. D-backs, St. Louis, and Tampa, those are all favorites. But with the Jimmy Butler over on points probably helps a little bit. 932, 4 legs. Can't really beat it. You can't. And, we're in this beautiful playoff time. We also got college softball kicking off. U of A ladies probably working on it later this week. Noah and I will be live later this week to talk about the Men's College World Series and get into those numbers and everything like that and how you should bet it, what you should be looking for. But that's later this week. Really quick, since we have some time, I do want to go into the crypto market because we are seeing green, but not as much green as we would like to, as we had yet another rough weekend in the crypto market. Looking at it live now, Bitcoin trading at 30,000, ETH at $2,000 and change, Luna still struggling, Sol coming up a little bit at $52. Let's look at the weekend. No, we're having connection issues still. What if I take it out of advanced? Nope, still connection issues. Well, I guess we'll just look at the basics of it, not being able really to see what's going on. Shiba Inu with a nice little bump, but nothing near what we would like to see. Jasmine is a coin that I've been looking at, and now everything is shit. So we're just going to go ahead and skip on crypto today. There was an announcement coming out last week. I don't remember if I covered it. The ETH 2.0, the merge is looking to happen, I believe, in late Q2, early Q3, if reports are to be believed. So look for that coming out. GameStop also releasing their own crypto wallet to support an NFT platform. You're starting to see a lot more of these companies create NFT platforms and everything. DraftKings has their own NFT platform. GameStop now coming out with theirs. It'll be interesting to see what the next one is. Look for a Disney or a Universal to start to get into this NFT game and everything, especially with concerts now pulling out these NFT tickets. Those are collectibles that can be used and sold. Disney and Universal as entertainment entities for their theme parks are probably just looking for more of a use case. However, I think with everything that has already been seen with NFTs and stuff, it's just more of a internal willing to switch over to a blockchain, even creating their own blockchain in order to sustain all those transactions that would need to take place and the quote-unquote signings for using those passes and stuff on the smart contracts. It's an interesting system. It's not one that is definitely. It's not one that's out of reach by any means necessary, as we are seeing it with certain New York City and other restaurants and clubs doing only NFT. You have to have the NFT in order to enter. So seeing more of the exclusivity in the clubs. Look for Disney and Universal probably to release that with their higher end members, the Vacation Club members, the Club 33 members, and whatever Universal has as their specialty top tier. Because that's where probably we're going to start seeing first applicable use case, unless the NBA comes out with season tickets first. I know there's been rumors that the NBA is going to switch over to NFT tickets as soon as next season, as late as 2024, with them investing in other key companies that are working with concert tours right now. My brother and I just bought my mom concert tickets for Mother's Day. No joke. Came in as it's an NFT. It's an NFT ticket. So, I mean, we're seeing use cases for it already, and the fear in the market is a perfect time if you're a crypto investor to get in, or if you're looking to get in. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a degenerate with some coffee who likes talking into a microphone. Same thing with the sports betting. Degenerate talking into a microphone. Do what you will with the information. But I do the research so you don't have to. With that being said, I mean, nothing else really to talk about. Kind of a slow day waiting for the playoff action to continue. Again, shout out to Justin Thomas for winning the PGA Championship in playoff. That was epic. Not a lot of news on the college football front. Waiting for some more info, seeing if Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher and Deion Sanders decide to throw any more bombs at each other. That would be awesome. But until then, I'll be live again tomorrow morning, handicapping some more games, taking a look at the crypto market. And yeah. With that being said, I've been the Brofict One. Follow me on Twitter at Brofict1, the show at Degenerate Takes, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.